Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. Just a warning, I'm probably going to swear a lot in this video. Just so you know, if you have any kids around or that might offend you. So, first of all, I want to talk about the Bradley Manning verdict. Found not guilty of, acquitted on the charge of aiding the enemy. Okay, but under the Espionage Act, found guilty on multiple counts. Now, this, of course, is the legacy of the Obama administration, which the most transparent fucking presidency in world history. And of course, not in any way an effect against anybody who wants to try and uncover and expose egregious acts of violence and murder and illegal activities on the part of the government. No, we shouldn't take it that way at all, even though this is exactly what it is. So anytime anybody comes forward with anything, even alleging the most heinous and atrocious fucking acts on the part of this administration in United States Incorporated, they are going to have this looming over their head, this incredible saga of this poor individual who all he did was expose fucking war crimes. Fucking war crimes. And a bunch of non-essential data that pretty much everybody knew anyway, who's tortured, who's kept in solitary confinement, who is secretly subjected to who knows what fucking nonsense by this government, finally comes to a fucking trial and is acquitted on aiding the enemy, but still found guilty of multiple counts against the Espionage Act. This is an absolute atrocity. So, all I can say is that I hope the fight continues for those who are supporting Bradley Manning and for those who support the idea of whistleblowers in general and are against Obama's policies when it comes to whistleblowers, which apparently is the most zealous prosecution of fucking whistleblowers ever in the history of the presidency. This is a complete fucking sham farce if I've ever seen one. This is the biggest, most lying, scumbag, sleazeball, piece of shit asshole occupying the White House right now. The puppet in chief for his fucking overlords in the financial community, in the corporate community, and in the military-industrial complex. They're all the ones that pull the motherfucking strings for that fucker. So, I'm glad the trial is over for Bradley Manning, even though it should never have taken place, and I hope he can actually have some peace at some point in his life. But who knows how many fucking lifetime sentences he's going to get for going against the Espionage Act. Fuck you, Obama administration. Fuck you, military motherfuckers. Fuck you, you fucking military commission fucking courts. Fuck you, torturers. And fuck all of you motherfuckers who contributed in any way to the persecution of Bradley Manning. Now, on to another topic. This is something I saw just on the news on the way home tonight, and I knew I had to comment on it because it is absolutely great. It seems that the city of Richmond is going to adopt a plan to address the foreclosure crisis within their communities. Now, usually when you hear about eminent domain, it's bad because they're taking something and you know, maybe somebody doesn't want to sell it or whatever, and it's no good, and you know, they're putting in a fucking Walmart and they want to buy your fucking house and you don't want to sell it. Okay, so that's the kind of eminent domain you usually hear about. This kind of eminent domain I like. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to actually look here at the mayor of Richmond is Gail McLaughlin. Okay, and this is exactly what they're going to do. Okay, to address this city's foreclosure crisis. Okay, They will buy homes and buy the mortgages from financial institutions and then write down those loans and refinance the houses for the people who live in them so that they can afford them and pay the actual cost of the fucking house instead of the hugely inflated motherfucking cost of the house that they have a fucking mortgage on right now because of the housing bubble and because nobody in the entire administration or anywhere else has any inclination of doing anything to go against the motherfucking thieving, robbing, cocksucking motherfucking banks ever in the history of the entire fucking universe. These fuckers never pay a cent, never have to do anything to account for their fucking behavior ever. So, what the mayor is doing here in Richmond is she is saying, we're going to buy these houses and then write down the loans and refinance them so that the people can continue to live in them so there isn't a bunch of empty houses in their community. Now, if the banks refuse, they're going to use eminent domain to take them away from the banks. And that's it. That's it. I think this is absolutely fantastic. I wish other mayors, other municipalities, other areas around the country would adopt this exact same approach. You want to know why? Because I say, fuck the motherfucking cocksucking banks. Okay? They, throughout this entire motherfucking crisis of the goddamn housing bubble and the fucking economic crash, the banks have reaped every fucking benefit that they possibly could. They have taken free money from the Federal Reserve and continue to get it to the tune of $12 fucking trillion or more. Maybe up to 20-some trillion dollars. Okay? And these are not even just United States banks. These are banks all over the fucking world and other central banks that the Federal Reserve is fucking funding. And if anybody was going to address anything when it comes to the fucking housing crisis and the foreclosure meltdown, they should have forced the fucking banks to eat their motherfucking losses. But instead, no. They get to keep all of that ballooned fucking value of that house and force people to continue to pay mortgages when they don't have a fucking job and there's no fucking economy. So, I say, anything that sticks it to them motherfucking greedy fucking bastards, I'm all for it. And I don't give a shit what any of them motherfuckers have to say about it. If you get shafted, Mr. Bank motherfucker, fuck you, buddy. Eat that motherfucking loss. And you can go fucking eat your own shit and rot in fucking hell. You motherfucking greedy, fucking grubby fuckers. You could have even taken the initiative to try to rehabilitate your image a little bit. To do something. But everything, even after the foreclosure crisis, they continue to do the same fucking thievery, fraud, and outright stealing. As soon as they sign the papers on a consent order, no prosecutions, no significant kind of fines at all. The amount of money that has been put out so far is ludicrously small. It doesn't begin to address the massive fucking fraud that was taking place. So if there are communities around the country, like Richmond, that want to use eminent domain to take properties away from banks and write down the loans to allow people to live in their houses, they'll still be paying a mortgage on the value of their home now, not the inflated values of 5 years ago. I think this is a fantastic idea, and it's a great fuck you to the fucking fucks in the fucking banking community. So fuck you bankers, and fuck you one more time, you cocksucking assholes. Eat it. Thank you. Good night.